This is The Top, where I interview entrepreneurs who are number one or number two in their industry in terms of revenue or customer base. You'll learn how much revenue they're making, what their marketing funnel looks like, and how many customers they have.
I'm now at $20,000 per talk.
5 and 6 million.
He is hell-bent on global domination. We just broke our 100,000 unit sold mark.
And I'm your host, Nathan Latka.
Okay, Top Tribe, this week's winner of the $100 is Rich Jones. Okay, Rich Jones, he is stuck in corporate. He wants to break free. He's binging on the show. For your chance to win $100 every Monday morning, simply subscribe to the podcast right now on iTunes and then text the word Nathan to 33444 to prove that you did it. Guys, if you want an easy tool to use to book your meetings back to back, to batch your calls, to make sure people actually show up when they schedule, you want to use Acuity Scheduling. It's what I use for all my podcast interviews at nathanlatka.com/schedule. I'll tell you more about how I use it later on in the episode. Nathan Latka here. This is episode 579. Coming up tomorrow morning, you're going to learn from Pietari. He self-funded his company called Vinu. It's a SaaS company that just hit $400,000 in monthly recurring revenue, over 1,000 customers to serve up business data to make B2B selling easier. Amazing that it's bootstrapped. What's up, guys? Nathan Latka here. Our guest today is Drew Canole. If you haven't heard of him, he's a nutrition specialist, transformation specialist, and national spokesperson for the benefits of juicing vegetables for health and vitality. He's the founder of Fit Life TV, where he shares educational, inspirational, entertaining videos and articles about health, fitness, healing, and longevity. Most recently, his new company, Organifi, is getting directly into the green juicing space with a physical product, which I've got here in front of me. We're going to jump into all of it. Drew, are you ready to take us to the top?
Ready to rock and roll. Let's go.
Awesome. And you've got Jamel there too, who handles all your numbers. Jamel, how you feeling?
Feeling great.
All right, good stuff. All right, Drew, break it down for us. And I'll just point out the obvious risk right off the bat. My audience, they're entrepreneurs, they're SaaS folks, they're sophisticated. Whenever they hear that I'm having someone on in the juicing space, they immediately think scam. So I want you to you've debunked it many times. Just tell us quickly, what makes you different than a lot of these, crazy things you see online that aren't actually real juicing things?
Well, it's, I think first and foremost, we source from the best farms, organic ingredients. And then also, it's just a really high quality, organic, non-GMO, soy-free, vegan product that's shipped to their door. We've done clinical trials on it. So we've actually seen weight loss. We've seen improved depression Beck score, people improving their mood. We've seen good cholesterol levels increase, bad cholesterol decrease in our clinicals. And we've literally sold over 250,000 bottles of this stuff. And it's just literally transforming thousands of people's lives. And we're so blessed to be a part of this, my man.
You're talking about Organifi specifically, correct?
Or Organifi specifically. That's one of our SKUs.
Yeah, because you've got a lot. You had a lot of content stuff going on. This is kind of the physical product. Yeah. When did you kind of come up with this concoction? When was the first product of this line purchased?
So flashback, and this will give you some context. All the entrepreneurs that are out there, 6 years ago, started a YouTube and Facebook channel, started acquiring likes, subscribers, if you call them on YouTube, growing our influence. Influence marketing's been our focus for the past 6 years. We took our influence, grew it to about 2.2 followers million online. And then we're like, hey, we literally started looking at other statistics, other sites telling us that we had the world's most engaged, largest green juice following in the world. And we're like, what would make sense to give to these people just based on sheer numbers alone? And then we started to formulate 11 of the world's best superfoods. We tested dozens, if not hundreds, of other green juice products out there. We found some gaps in the marketplace. One being there was nothing that was really based on ancient Ayurvedic science. And we know that everybody's getting back to the traditional holistic Ayurvedic methods of the past. And this was about 2 years ago. And we also knew that all the green powders tasted like garbage. They were like swamp water. And we knew that a lot of the ones that tasted okay were loaded with stevia and all these artificial sweeteners. And we also knew that those disrupt the microgut biome in somebody. And as an entrepreneur, you want a sharp brain. And when your gut's all disrupted, the second brain, your brain's not going to work as well. That mental clarity is going to leave you. The energy that you have to compute all those numbers and do all that data and everything that you're trying to do as an entrepreneur kind of evades you. So we knew we needed something that not only would work for Nancy, the mom that has 4 children, but also the entrepreneur that has 70 to 100 employees, or just a couple VAs in the Philippines, and they want more energy, they want more focus. So what we did is we created the world's best green tasting juice that helps with mental cognition, helps with weight loss, and improves people's moods. We put that out into the marketplace 2 years ago. And
so
it's
that's
just
Pacific True, or that's Organifi. That's Organifi product.
Yeah, that's Organifi.
So it was launched in early 2015.
Early 2015.
Okay, and you up to date, which is mid-January 2017, you've sold 250,000 units.
So Jamel's correcting me. He said late 2014. Late 2014. He's like I said, he's the numbers guy. Yeah. He is literally like the guy that comes in and with a wheelbarrow full of spreadsheets every morning, and he doesn't even need it. He just sets it there, and he understands everything. So he's here rocking it out with me.
So Jamel, total units sold to date up from 2014 to January, mid-January 2017. How many units?
Yeah, that's pretty accurate.
200
and probably more like 350,000.
350,000.
Okay, and how many individual kind of customers have purchased?
Maybe 150,000.
150,000 customers.
Okay, so you've got kind of an average order rate of about 2.5, something like that.
That's about 2.8.
2.8. Yeah. Okay. And again, I'm holding right now in front of me the 30 single serve packets of Organifi. Is this the main product, or do you sell these in different kind of volumes and sizes?
The main product is actually a canister, a 30-day canister. You are holding on to our second SKU, which is the 30 pack travel to go, which is awesome. As you're an entrepreneur, you want stuff that's easy and convenient.
That's my I do obviously whey protein, all that. The biggest frustration with that is you can't travel with it. So the packs make total sense for entrepreneurs that are always traveling versus the Organifi. I see the green juice kind of, it's almost like a protein powder kind of canister. Okay. So 150,000 individual customers, 2.8 reorder rate. On average, when folks, so what is this? Let's talk about the thing I'm holding, because I'll put a picture of this in the show notes. So what does this cost?
$79.95 on Amazon.
Okay.
And we sometimes we give coupon codes on Shopify and other stuff to get discounts, but its base rate is $79.95.
Majority of the volume coming through Amazon?
No.
What's the split? What are the other ones?
20% comes from Amazon, 80% comes from other traffic sources.
Okay. How much comes direct through your website?
Probably 65%.
Okay, and is that website just so folks can check it out, fitlife.tv?
Organifi.com.
Or Organifi.com, and then we also sell it on FitLife TV too.
Yeah, I was going to say, guys, one thing, super valuable lesson here. We won't dive deep into this because you can just go view it and reverse engineer it. But Drew's done a great job with just organic and content influencer marketing. 1.74 million followers on Facebook, 331,000 YouTube fans, 120,000 on Instagram, 26,000 on Pinterest. You can see that at fitlife.tv. And then obviously we'll link to Organifi as well. Okay, so 65% direct, 20% Amazon, and then kind of a miscellaneous mix for the rest of it. Again, for this thing I'm holding right now, Jamel, what's it? It's a retail. It goes 8 for $80 on Amazon. What's it cost you to make?
I don't know if we're going to say those numbers.
Come on. This is Drew's giving Jamel the look like across his throat going, don't reveal the number. Look, the reason this industry is interesting. I mean, look, a lot of people give Tim Ferriss shit because he built his business kind of in this space. But look, the fact is the margins in this space are ridiculous. They're some of the highest I've ever seen because it takes a brilliant marketing message, which is where a lot of the value is, combined with knowing knowing your shit, right? About what's actually in this stuff. But it's cheap. The materials to build this stuff is cheap. I mean, it's very low cost. So give us some, even if you want to talk, Jamel, in terms of portions or ratios to keep something private, that's fine. But give us some data there.
Yeah, the cost of goods ranges between 20 and 25%.
Okay, got it. That's good. All right,
well, and ours is historically a little bit higher too, brother, just because it's organic and it comes, there's so many more tests. There's so much more rigor involved in producing a 100% USDA organic supplement versus something that's coming from China that is loaded with wood filler and gets pulled off Target shelves and isn't congruent. We're all about congruency. And that's how we first started this thing, making videos online, getting this huge influence. It's you got to be congruent with your product.
So like I'm looking on the back side of this. Let me what's the most important ingredient in this product I'm holding right now?
I would say the ashwagandha is the number one most important ingredient. And that's that's probably the main contribution for the clinical trials, which we put in there at the specific amount to lower stress.
So what country does this come from? Like, where are you buying it from?
Yeah, there's an organic farm in India that we get it from.
What part of India? Curious. Have you visited, Drew?
No, I've never been to India. Actually, that's a great question. I don't know the answer to that.
You
but
know,
I
on
can probably
Starbucks, they put like up like the fake pictures of like coffee farmers, and it makes you feel better about buying Starbucks. That's what I'm not saying yours are fake, but I'm curious if you actually like, do you have profiles of like the farmers growing? I don't even know if you grow this or what it is, but
we have videos of the farmers talking about their family. We have, one of the guys, the KSM is the ashwagandha that we chose for this.
Okay.
And if you look up KSM ashwagandha online, like literally they've done their own clinical trials on it. This guy heads up one of the largest nonprofits in India. I'm on Do Not Disturb. Did you hear that?
It's cool. It's cool. We're good. It's fine.
So legitimate, dude. Like we tested this. We've sent one of our formulators over there several times to meet with their team. He's come back with photos of himself with the farmers. Like this is the real dude.
All right. So talk to me about other costs associated with the sale of one of these things. What do you spend on direct kind of paid media, to get an $80 sale?
So we usually sell it in packages, so we can get 1, 3, or 6. And we've scaled up. So as you scale, the CPA gets a little higher. When we started, we can get the CPA for like $40. And we scaled it up in $80 and $90. And now we're actually able to increase the cart value all the way to $220. So we're able to pay about $120 to $160 for a customer.
Okay. And is it fair to say that gross margin range you gave us of 20 to 25%, that's applicable across your entire kind of SKU base, or is that just the product I'm holding?
Yeah. Gross margin is about 75%.
Okay, got it. So let's do cart value instead of the product I'm holding. So average cart value, you've got somewhere around $220. Your direct costs, you're paying to these farmers, the things that are in the stuff, the shipping, all that is around $55 cost of goods sold. And then you said, how much are you spending on marketing to get that average, checkout of $220?
120 to 160.
Okay. And where? Yeah. Go ahead.
And the reason that we're able to go that far is because we have like back end sales, and then we kind of follow up and we make it up on the back end. So we're really aggressively scaling. So we're not trying to be profitable on the front end.
Yeah. There's a lot of folks, software folks that listen to my show. And one place that I think software can learn so much, Drew, from folks like you guys and what you guys are doing. Some of these supplement companies, they have unbelievable ARPU well, not ARPU. In your case, it would just be called, cart expansion, upsell opportunity, lifetime value expansion. Your industry and you specific, you do this so well. What software are you using to manage, like, show them this product after they buy this one to, get cart value to 220?
There's a bunch of different ones.
A bunch of softwares, yeah.
So what are like 3 main ones, Jamal?
Yeah. So probably the Unbounce is our main one.
Unbounce?
Okay. Yep. Infusionsoft is our CRM, so that follows up, and then like exit intel for like exit pops to downsell, upsell, cross sell.
What about Shopify too?
Yeah, Shopify. So Shopify, the lifetime value on Shopify is lower, or the cart value is lower because you can't have a post-purchase upsell.
Yep.
You only have a pre-purchase upsell. And we run a lot of subscription. We like really aim for a subscription model. So right now, Shopify doesn't have the capability to do an upsell on a subscription.
What was that exit one you said? You said it was exit intel?
Exit intel, yeah.
Okay, interesting. Talk to me about subscriptions. So I obviously don't. I am holding the physical product. When would I be introduced to the opportunity to sign up to the subscription, and what does it cost, and what do I get?
So you get about a 15 to 17% discount for signing up for the subscription. And if you aren't a subscriber, you'll probably get an email that'll hit you to say, hey, why don't you subscribe, or a phone call that will follow up with you. Mm-hmm. And then just continuous campaigns and coupons and stuff like that. Different offers.
What does it cost?
What does it cost to
the subscription?
Oh, it's so for the canister is $57.95, and then for the that box is $64.95.
Oh! You mean sorry? I thought, Drew, you had packaged content or something, and it was like you're getting a membership site access. You're talking about a subscription to the actual physical product. You get a discount.
So what we've realized is actually that the easiest upsell is to sell more of what you're already buying.
Got it.
Because supplements, we can do that. With any other thing, you'd have to create new content.
Totally.
You have to keep up to date. You got to always keep them excited, and
which we've done in the past. We had a membership site. We sold millions of dollars worth it, but it's just kind of arduous,
constantly, and
it's a pain in the booty.
Yeah,
sure.
Got it. Okay, cool. Okay, that's super helpful to understand. Let's go into let me go like macro level for a second. So you launched this late 2014. In all of 2015, what was total revenue, and bucket that if you have to, because I know you do a bunch of stuff. Only give me the bucket focused on Organifi.
5.5.
Okay.
Is good.
Five. That's just Organifi. That's not like you're speaking or like any other stuff, right?
Nope, that's Organifi.
Okay. And then 5.5 million on Organifi. Okay, good. And then when you look at the whole company overall, do you see these same trends? You have about 75% gross margin, and then what does net margin come out to? What are you guys profiting out of this?
About 15 to 20%.
Bottom line.
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, is that high? I mean, that sounds high to me, but is that high or low compared to others in your industry?
It's pretty high.
Jamel's like, it's high.
Yeah. I'm like, I don't know, dude. Come on.
Okay, good. So about
and the that's because we have the warm traffic and
And the reason we do that, like Jamel said, is because of our influence and the amount of rabid fans we've built over time to have this tribe,
right?
And
fueled with cold,
fueled with compassion, and then fueled with cold traffic as well to really drive the sales.
I love Jamel was going to say filled with cold traffic, and you like filled with compassion and cold traffic.
we balance each other.
That's the difference. That's the vision versus the analytics guy. Yeah, that's funny.
Yeah, the beauty of it is when you fuel it with cold traffic, the people that actually buy end up becoming active followers.
Yeah,
avid followers. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So like, these are like very high level, but 5.5 million top line in last year. So 2016, about if we're assuming 75% gross margin, which really the biggest thing there, I imagine, is cost of goods sold, which, by the way, do you include shipping and cost of goods sold?
No, shipping is about 12%.
Okay. 12%. So
2016 was around 25.
Got it. Yeah. Got it. Good. So 2016, 5.5 million top line, about 1.3 million in just cost of goods sold from materials. Obviously factor in 12% for shipping, about 2.7 million in marketing costs, assuming the $120 for a $220 cart average. It actually extrapolates across all your sales. And then net profit at the bottom, somewhere around 825 grand. Drew, question for you. What do you do with that capital? As an entrepreneur, right? You're building your personal wealth. You're also having to make a decision. What do I put back in the company? What do you do with 825 grand?
And invest it, put it back into the company. We have no investors, right? So for me, a logical thing to do would be to buy more inventory with it, or formulate new products and just dump it right back into the company to fuel the growth.
Yep.
And that's why we continue to see these explosive growth patterns compared to most companies that are doing this without taking on any risk and having investors.
Yep. What is the total list size right now?
Email list?
Yeah.
About 500,000.
500,000. And what is
that's active opens too. So we clean our list a lot. Yeah. We have our email list around 1.4 million, but active opening it is around 500,000, which is hard work.
Yeah. I get it. I mean, that's tough. Who do you use for email marketing?
Get response.
Okay, good. And then some other questions here. How many total across your entire business? How many SKUs are you operating with?
5 right now.
Okay.
And we have like 4 more in the works for this year.
Okay, got it. What's your goal?
Awesome. Huh?
What were you going to say?
They're all awesome. God.
What do you guys, what's your team size currently, Drew?
What would you say, 70?
Yeah.
Yeah, 70 people.
Across, where are you based?
So we're in Little Italy, San Diego, California. We have an office front here. If you're ever here, come grab a green juice with me. But, we have some independent contractors throughout the world as well. We got about 25 people in our office in Little Italy.
All right.
Say that's accurate.
There you go. Okay, fast last question here before we get into the wrap up section. Fast forward to the end of 2017. You're having your holiday party. You're toasting because you killed your revenue goal. What was that revenue goal?
100 million.
What do you think's real? You think that's realistic?
It's realistic, yeah. Based on our current growth, 5x again. And with our new traffic channels, we're opening up TV. We're building our tribe. So we're giving our loyal rabid fans the ability to have like juice parties eventually and stuff like that. There's we have about 38 traffic sources right now. We'll probably have 60 different traffic sources by the end of the year with some mega affiliates and more of the influence marketing that we're doing. So, and the SKUs, we did 25 with one green juice SKU. What's going to happen when we have a plant-based protein and we're replicating the same system?
You said 25, you mean 25 million?
25 mil based on that green juice.
Yeah, for
on
2016.
That one for 2016. So now we're going to have protein. We got Organifi Gold, which
wait. Hey, what am I missing there, Jamel, on the numbers? So I thought you said you did 5.5 million.
That was 2015. So you asked for 2015.
Oh, got it. My bad.
So 2014 was about 1 million, 1.3. And then 2015 was 5.5, and last year 2016 was 25. So we're going at about 400% a year. So if we stay on track, we'll hit 100 million this year.
Not if, when we stay.
In 2016, how much total did you pay out to affiliates?
It's a great question.
Yeah.
What do you pay on typically? 30, 40, 50%?
It ranges because we pay 30% lifetime commission or 75% one time.
Yep.
And we'll select according to how they buy traffic. So if they buy traffic, they want 75% upfront. If they're like long term, like with warm traffic, they can stretch it out.
Above or below 10 million?
Below. Probably around 3 or 4. 6, yeah.
6-ish. Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Cool. Yeah, I meet a lot of people in this space. They brag big league about their top line revenue numbers, and I ask them, what do you pay affiliates? And like, well, we pay 100%. I'm like, great, you're making no money. Get off my show, right? So this is great. You guys are doing great.
We pay 140%. We have to
pay. We lose a lot of money, Nathan, but we're going to grow in the future. We're going to figure it out. Like, okay, whatever. Guys, I get asked all the time, Nathan, you host all these interviews, hundreds of them per month. How do you do them efficiently? And guys, the answer is simple. People always agree to my calendar, back-to-back meetings. I batch my interviews to stay very efficient. And the way that I do it is I use a tool called Acuity Scheduling at nathanlatka.com/schedule. And the reason I use them is very simple. They keep my no-show rate very low because they send out reminders about when the interview or the meeting is coming up. And also, they make it very easy to schedule time, right? I don't have to go back and forth via email 10,000 times with people I'm trying to meet with. Okay, at nathanlatka.com/schedule. It helps me so much. And by the way, look, I have so many meetings. I'm the best at meetings. Okay, I do them back to back, very, very efficient. You guys know me. Many people say I'm the most efficient they've ever seen. Okay, so I use the tool. It's so efficient. And by the way, I got Gavin. I said, Gavin, he's the CEO. I said, I want a great deal for my people. He said, Nathan, well, most people get a 14-day trial. Isn't that great? I said, no. He's given us a 45-day free trial at nathanlatka.com/schedule. That's not going to stay up forever. So go get it now. nathanlatka.com/schedule. All right, very good. Well, Drew, this is good stuff. Let's wrap up here with the famous 5. Number 1, what's your favorite business book?
Think and Grow Rich.
Number 2, is there a CEO you're following or studying right now?
Elon Musk.
Number 3, is there a favorite is there a favorite online tool you have, like Acuity Scheduling?
Yeah, my personal assistant that does all that shit.
You mentioned a few though. Yeah, you mentioned a few. Unbounce.
I'm gonna turn this to Jamel.
Yeah, I would say Google Calendar.
Google Calendar.
All right, good. Number 4 here, Drew. Yes or no? Do you get 8 hours of sleep every night?
Absolutely.
Nice. And how old are you?
86.
And no, what's your real? Yeah, you look that good at 86. Drink the juice, baby.
Drink the juice. Anti-aging. Yeah, 35, brother.
All right. And what's your situation? Married, single? You have kids?
Single, and I'm looking for
kids
to have kids in the next couple of
years. You typically look for the wife first and then go for the kids, right?
I'm in an exploratory phase.
That's awesome. All right. I asked that because it's always important, I think, for folks to have context, right? Parents are always like, we can't build a business because I have 8 kids. And then I get someone on here that's done it and they go, wow, that's inspiring. So last question, Drew, for you. Take us back 15 years. What do you wish your 20-year-old self knew?
To stay freaking focused on one thing, right? We get so scattered in our youth, especially as a visionary. We have 1,000 ideas a day. If I would have just focused on the one thing, I would be a lot further ahead than I am now.
Top Tribe. There you have it from Drew Canole. Stay focused. Founder of Organifi, launched in late 2014. Did about $1 million in 2014, $5.5 million in 2015, $25 million in 2016, averaging 75% gross margins, paying out about 12% under that directly for shipping. And then again, out of the $25 million, paid about $6 million to affiliates in 2016. Net profit somewhere around $800,000-900,000 per year, which Drew then chooses whether to reinvest in a business or elsewhere. Drew, thank you for taking us to the top.
Yeah. Hey, I got a code for you, dude.
Hit me with the code. Yeah, hit me with the code. Yeah.
Discount TOP. TOP. Use it at Organifi.com and get 20% off.
There you guys have it.
Yeah.
By the way, I have the products. I'll be using it. This episode will go, we're recording it now. It'll go live in a few weeks. So you can check out my Instagram. If you see my 6-pack growing, you should buy this shit. Thanks, Drew. All right, dude. Appreciate you. Bye. If you enjoyed Drew's episode today, go back and listen to Andrew yesterday. His company and Ripple Recruiting, the whole team is between 22 and 25, so it's amazing for students. They passed 8,000 Ivy League resumes with 15 employers paying $300 per month for access to those resumes. Hey, Top Tribe, I love giving away free money. I feel like Oprah giving away cars, and I have something special for you today. How many of you have heard our super sharp guests talk about success they've had with Facebook and Google Ads? Well, all of you listening right now, yes, if you're listening, you get $100 in free AdWords. Here's how you get it, okay? Again, thanks for listening. Get the free $100 from Google, right, when you sign up with my website host provider, HostGator. Go sign up now to get your free money. HostGator.com/Nathan. Again, that's HostGator.com/Nathan. Okay, Top Tribe, I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning. And don't forget, before you listen to any other episodes, subscribe on iTunes right now for your chance to win $100 every Monday.